algebra, we are going over your first power objective of the year, which means it's an important one. This is one of the ones that if you do not pass on the test, then you need to retake it until you do. And the reason why it's a power objective is because it's the order of operations. Right? If math had like a 10 commandments, the order of operations would be a part of it. And the reason why is explained right here in this opening example. If you have 3 plus 4 times 7, you could argue getting both 49 and 31 as answers. No doubt, you've seen on your Insta and your TikToks and all that sort of stuff, you know, this equation is breaking the internet. What's the answer, right? And people argue over what it should be based on the order of operations. Well, I am teaching you this so that you can provide some rationality and some reason to the world and reply to those TikTok things and the Insta things with the correct answer. Tell me how you'd get 49 here with 3 plus 4 times 7. Grayson.
You do 3 plus 4, you get 7, and 7 times 7 is 4.
Which makes sense, right? I'm going to add 3 and 4 first, because that comes first, and multiply 7 by 7 to get 49. Justify getting 31 as an answer here. Claire?
You would do 7 times 4 because, because most permutation comes first, and then PERMDAS, and then you would add 3.
Right. You could all say, well, you know, I want to multiply it first. 4 times 7, that gives me a 28, and then add 3 to that, you get 31. Okay? But only one of these can be correct. You know, if there were different answers to the same expression, the world would be in chaos. Okay? And the example that I used just in the medical field, right? There are a lot of former students that I have that are up there on the board there, nurses, whatever, and they talk about the fact that calculation is very important. You know, the dosage of medicine for an infant in the NICU is different than someone your age, is different than an adult, right? And if we could get different dosages based on just how you feel like solving an expression, that would not be good at all. Okay? So we have the order of operations. Of course, you are well versed in the order of operations. You're all PERMDAS people. Which one is correct?
The one on the right.
The one on the right. Okay, you do multiply before you add. Okay? So, the order of operations. This is a key point. It can go on a help sheet. Here we go. It starts with P, which stands for parentheses. Now, parentheses,
I like that answer.
parentheses, they aren't an operation, right? Like you can't parenthesize something. So what is the role of parentheses and why do they come first?
They tell you what to do first in an equation. So if it was the first one, you do. If you wanted to do.
Excuse the interruption. Mrs. Dawson to the office. Mrs. Dawson to the office.
Okay.
If you wanted the answer to be 49 on the left, you have to put 3 and 4 in parentheses.
Exactly. They allow you to change the order of operations if you want to. They're not an operation themselves, but they are the avenue you can use to change them. The first operation that we actually have is E, which stands for?
Exponents.
Exponents. R, radicals, or also called roots. We worked with those yesterday in CO2.
So radical.
And then M,
Multiplication.
multiplication. D is for division. A is for addition. And hopefully you space this out a little better than I did. S is for subtraction. Okay. You also should have been introduced to PERMDAS in the context of opposite operations, where you're solving an equation, right? Because, yes, but also, you know, there are different levels to this, right? There's kind of a break between addition and subtraction and multiplication and division, because really, when you've got just addition and subtraction left, you should work from left to right. When you have just multiplication and division left, you should work from left to right. Okay? They're really interchangeable, which is why they're opposite operations. One undoes the other. Same thing, there's a little break between multiplication and division and exponents and radicals. Exponents and radicals are opposite operations also. Right? If you start with 3 and you square it to get 9, to get back to 3, you take the root of it. Okay? One undoes the other. And then there's also a break between parentheses and exponents, and parentheses is by itself, there is no opposite to parentheses because it's not an operation. Okay? Just justifying that one as well.
I always think of it that the first one in each section is always makes the number bigger, and the second makes it smaller.
Ooh, clever.
Unless it's a decimal. in
Or a
multiplication.
fraction. Yeah. Very well done, Paige. Yeah. If you have trouble remembering the order of operations, I do have a song that I'm working on. More involved than the Boyles Babbles jingle. But it goes a little something like this. Do I add or divide? I'm gonna start again. That was a little bit, I think I need a drink of V8 first. That was, oh no. Oh. Mrs. Thomas heard that. That's gonna come up at lunch today. Do I add or divide, subtract or multiply? The order is PERMDAS. Do it first when you see there are parentheses. The order is PERMDAS. If you have frustrations with the order of operations, just remember PERMDAS.
That's a big one!
Work in progress. Work in progress.
What song is the melody?
What's that?
What song is the melody to?
What is it, the melody to?
Dude, that's
You don't know?
That's all. Your voice crack was on recording.
If I got locked away from this, I don't know what it's supposed to call it.
Your voice crack was on recording.
You know what? It's just puberty hits us at different ages. I guess.
Like and subscribe for that.
Yes. Oh, that was on the Okay, here we go. We are. It says evaluate each equation. Check your answers by identifying each step. So I didn't leave you this much space to write for you to simply go like this. Let's see. 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. Okay? I didn't give you that much space just to write your answer that largely. I do want to see you identifying each step. It's not that much. Here's what it looks like though.
You have to put away the eraser.
Thank you. It does it a few times. Anyway, okay. So what would we do first here?
Do the parentheses.
Parentheses. So you're going to underline that and then rewrite the equation with that part evaluated. Just step by step. Okay? What would we do next? Yoda. 6 divided by 6 because addition would come before the. So underline that. 7 plus 1. You can still write your answer really big if you want to. Okay? There's still enough space there, but I want to see each step. Because otherwise, you can just be put this in a calculator, and that's no fun at all. You will not be able to use a calculator on this section of the test either. Okay? So you need to know how to do this. Next one. What's being done first? What's being done first? Claire. Exponents. What is 4 squared?
16.
16, not 8, right? It's not 4 times 2. What's being done next, Olivia?
Division.
Division. 16 divided by 8
2.
is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay.
We have to show our work on this test.
No, on the test, you can do it in your head if you like to, but I need to see the work here. And folks, that's generally how things work here. In the homework, in the practice, I need to see all of the steps. On the test, you can cut whatever corners you want to. Okay? But here, I need to see the work. Yeah?
What's 72 divided by 3? 24. Thank you.
So, Claire and Kyle just said that we're doing the division first here. Is there another operation we can do in the same step? Why can we do -2 times 3 and 72 divided by 3 in the same step here?
Because I got the same section.
Lauren?
Because they're like in the same steps.
The same step, and one doesn't affect the other. We have to do both of them before we add anyway. right? So we might as well do them together at the same time. Dominic, you're
Oh, I was just gonna.
okay. So 72 divided by 3, Kyle said that was 24, and then plus 6, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And so now we have 24 plus 6 minus 6. Claire?
Do you want to know the next step?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 24 plus 6.
24 plus 6
Because it's on the left side.
is 30, and 30 minus 6 is 24. Okay? Could we have subtracted first if we wanted to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Technically.
Right? Like I said, the steps are interchangeable as long as you know what you're doing here. If we wanted to take positive 6 minus 6 first, which is 0, we're left with just the same 24 as an answer, right? So 24 plus 0, 24. Last one. What are we doing first? Parentheses. 9 plus 1 is 10. Divided by 3 squared. What comes next?
Exponent.
The exponent.
9.
We get 10 divided by 9.
What?
And now that we're in algebra, you can expect more, non-integer answers, more decimal, more fractional answers. How could we write 10 ninths as an answer, Lucas?
3 and a third.
Could go mixed numbers. Mixed numbers become less and less used as you get through the maths. Improper fractions are kind of the way to go.
3.3 repeating.
3.3 repeated, we could go decimal. Dave? 5/4. Not going to be 5/4. It was 10/8. We could simplify to 5/4, but 10 ninths can't be simplified. We're going to go with the improper fraction now. What's just the improper fraction way to write 10 divided by 9?
10 9.
10 ninths.
What about
Okay.
what about 3 remainder 1?
All of those things, folks, all of those things are correct values. However, I'm just telling you, as you get into geometry, algebra 2, calculus, etc., improper fractions become the way to go. They finally get their day, right? When you first taught fractions, like, and then there's improper ones. Such a bad name for it. Improper. It makes it sound like they're evil or something. They're not. Okay? They're not. They're the way to go going forward.
Supposed to
All right.
wear suits and ties and overalls.
Next page. Why is this eraser still being all weird? Stop being weird. There we go. Your homework for tomorrow, and you've got about 10 minutes to work on it, is continuing with this, showing all the steps. There is one I want to, actually I'm going to let you figure it out. On these 8s, continue what we're doing on the front page, underline each step, do all the math. This section here, don't do this one. Yeah, we'll talk about this one tomorrow. Don't do that one. Don't do that one. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Let's go skibbity.
Then this last section here says place parentheses in the equation to make it equal to 45. So as it's written, it doesn't equal 45. However, parentheses, that great changer, I would like you to place parentheses somewhere, maybe more than one set, so that it does equal 45. Who can tell me the first one there? Where are those parentheses going to go? So that's 60 minus 7 plus 4 times 2 equals 45. Legally.
In front of the 7, behind the 2.
So like this,
Yeah.
okay? Doing parentheses first, 7 plus 4 times 2, or 7 plus 8 is 15, and 60 minus 15 does equal 45, right? As it was written, we'd have to multiply first, then subtract 7, then add 8. That doesn't equal 45, that equals 61, okay? But with parentheses around the 7 plus 4 times 2, we have to do that first. That value is 15, and 60 minus 15 does equal 45. So put parentheses somewhere in the expression to make it equal 45. Then the time for review section down at the bottom, looking back at objectives of yesteryear, we have what is a whole number, what is an integer, what is a rational, and then simplify each of those roots. These are all from CO1, and this row is all from CO2. Lauren?
I have a first question on the page.
You do need to show your steps. So if you want to use a calculator to check your answer, okay, or to help you calculate something, fine, but every step does need to be shown, like we did on the front side. Anything else? Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, compliments, congratulations, criticisms?
Congratulations.
For what?
Congratulations.
Finishing this lesson.
Finishing the lesson.
Congratulations for making a good song.
surviving.
Congratulations on the Packers winning.
Congratulations.
We're not supposed to be happy about the Packers winning.
For the Vikings.
Lauren?
Is 10 times 10 times 10 1,000?
It is. Anything else? Going once, going twice, thrice, okay. With gusto, the outro, that's how you math.
And don't
Remember to
forget
like and
to
subscribe.
No one can understand that. Show it again. It says, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's how you math.
Don't